to be so big, be part of me, lead me astray. Got you in my system.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Chloe, and if you've been here before, then thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. So today I thought I would just show you my everyday makeup. So this is the makeup that I wear when I'm going to work, if I'm just popping out somewhere for the day, running errands, you know. This isn't my special makeup, this is just literally what I wear on a day-to-day basis. So it's simple products and a simple application, really nothing fancy, but just thought it would be a nice video to film. I will try and link everything that I use down below. I won't be able to link it all, but anything that I can find the links to, they'll be down in the description. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Right, we're not going to talk about this, and we're not going to talk about this, because I'm just keeping it real. This is how I get ready, in my onesie and with my manky headband in. Real life, I'm afraid. This is me. Little disclaimer, if you've come to watch a video full of expensive products, you've come to the wrong place, because this is my everyday makeup. I'm not wasting expensive products on my everyday makeup. I don't leave my house without makeup on because it's a shambles. So I always have makeup on, but as I just said, I'm not going to waste expensive products on makeup that I wear every day. So this video is just cheap makeup that I've had for years, nothing fancy, nothing special. This is just what I wear on the everyday. I will, and well, I can, if you want to see it, do a more glam get ready with me, so where I go all out with my expensive products, because I do own nice makeup as well. But that doesn't come out very often, that gets used on special occasions. But yeah, if you want to stick around and see how I do my usual 10-minute everyday makeup routine, then keep watching. Right, so I am going to have to hold a mirror whilst I'm doing this, so I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work. But if you've seen my other videos, you'll notice that I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see a thing in this camera. I have no idea whether I'm in focus or anything. So yeah, I'm going to have to hold a mirror, but hopefully you'll still see what I'm doing. So the first step when I start my makeup is, right, so I use this number 7 skin illuminator. Now if I'm being honest, I got this in like a gift set that I got, I think, for my birthday, and it's pretty nice, just a glowy base that I put on under my makeup. I'll dot this on my face and rub that in before I apply anything else. So cheeks, chin, nose, forehead. So you might notice as well during this video that my face and my neck don't match, but that's simply because I don't put tan on my face. My skin is bad enough without clogging up my pores with fake tan, so I only ever sort of fake tan right up to my jawline. So my face is always pale. Right, so now that's on, I'm going to put a little bit of lip balm on. So the lip balm that I use is just one that I got in a glossy box, and I always like to put some on before I start my makeup. Right, so that's skin prepped and lip balm on. So now I'll move on to my foundation. So as I was saying earlier, I really don't use, I'm really sorry if I'm squinting and staring at the viewfinder, it's just because I can't see. But yes, as I was saying earlier, I really don't use any expensive products when I'm doing my everyday makeup. So you can judge me if you want to, but the foundation that I swear by on an everyday basis is this Primark one. So it's the Primark perfect finish foundation, and it's £2.50. And when you're wearing makeup every day and you get through it at the rate that I do, this is what you need. £2.50, does the job, lasts really well, really good coverage, and it's in the colour light beige. So I just apply this with a beauty blender. Also, I've got no tan on my hands, so that doesn't match, but doesn't matter. I'm not doing anything today other than filming this video, so we'll ignore that. Right, so once I've got my foundation on and I'm looking more alive, I'll take a fluffy brush and just blend my neckline. I don't know if anyone else calls it a gravy line, but you know when you know when your face doesn't match your neck and some girls are left with that line around here. Well, I've always called it a gravy line, so I like to make sure I haven't got one of those, but I shouldn't do because I've got a tan on my neck, so it's a pretty good match. But I also just do over my ears as well, just make sure that the foundation's blended there. So next up, I'll go in with some concealer. I don't always do this step, it just depends if I feel like it, and especially on a morning when I'm rushing to get to work, it depends if I have time. So sometimes I'll leave this step out, but for the purposes of this I think I'll just put it in. So the concealer that I use is the L'Oreal Infallible, and it's in the shade Vanilla 326 Vanilla. I don't think that's gonna focus. No, I don't think that's gonna focus, but it's in the shade 326 Vanilla. I'll just pop a tiny little bit of that under. Just like that. And then what I tend to like to do is just let that sit for just 30 seconds to a minute. Right, so now I've left that to sink in a little bit, I'm going to blend it out just with the beauty blender. And I do tend to take it right up here, and then I'll take it over my lid as well. Okay, so that's my concealer blended in. I'm going to blend the concealer over my eyelids, powder at the top of those to prevent creasing, and then powder underneath. Right, so now I've powdered my eyes, I'm going to powder the rest of my face. I always make sure to powder my eyes first because, as I said, otherwise the foundation will crease and you just have to pat it back out then anyway. So I always take just a minute to powder my eyes and set all the concealer first, and then I'll go in and powder the rest of my face. Now I do wear pressed powder all over my face because I have very oily skin, and it's the only way that I've found to really get my makeup to last. Obviously, if you have any other tips on how you make your makeup last, then let me know, because I have no idea how to stop this stuff sliding off my face other than to powder the entire thing. So powder wise, I just use the Rimmel Stay Matte. I'm actually nearly out, I need to get me another one, and I use it in the colour Silky Beige. And as I say, I just use a big fluffy brush, excuse the state of it, but I just use a big fluffy brush and I'll just powder the entirety of my face. Okay, so that's my face all set and powdered. Right, so now I can start adding a bit of colour to my face because I'm looking a little bit flat and a little bit pale. So I'm going to go in with my bronzer. The bronzer I use again is from Primark. It's £1. It's this one, and it's in the shade Sunrise. I actually really like this. I don't tend to use high-end bronzers. If I do, I really love MAC. I love MAC Dark Deepest, I think it is, and MAC Give Me Sun, but they're like £25 a pop. So this is £1 and it does the job on an everyday basis. So I'm just going to go in and apply a bit of this in the usual places, so cheeks, forehead, under my bottom lip, around my jawline and my nose. Right, so next up I'm going to add some blusher, because if I could only choose one makeup product to use for the rest of my life, I think it would be blush. Now trust me, if you're not into your blush and you're not somebody who wears blush, try it, because it will change your life. Because I used to be that person who would never wear blush. I'd just put my bronzer on and just leave my face like this, but I can like say hand on heart now that I do not feel like my makeup's complete until I've got some blush on. So my blush of choice at the moment is this L'Oreal Life's a Peach blush. I think that's the colour, Life, oh, Peach Addict, number 1 Peach Addict I think is the shade. It's literally nearly gone. The one thing I will say about this is it doesn't seem to last very long. I've got MAC Pinch Me somewhere and that has lasted me forever, literally forever, but this has probably lasted a month or so, a couple of months. But I just apply this with a big fluffy brush. I apply it onto the apples of my cheeks, my forehead and my chin. Right, so now that is basically my skin done, so I'm going to move on to my eyes. On a daily basis, I really, sorry, my ones is strangling me. On a daily basis, I really don't do much to them. So the first thing that I'll do is just take a highlighter. Again, Primark highlighter, £3, and it's the Gold Luster. It looks like this. So I'll just take this on a small brush and highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. Then next I like to just add a wing to my eyes. I used to do my wing with a black liquid eyeliner, but my eyes just water all the time, literally all the time. And it was making the eyeliner run. So for a couple of years now I've actually been using instead a eyeshadow, but rather than a black one I just use a brown eyeshadow to do my wing with. So it's really soft, super smoky, and it's just not so intense and in your face as a black liquid eyeliner is. So I just use an angled brush that's definitely not going to focus. There you go. I just use a thin angled brush and a brown eyeshadow, any brown eyeshadow, I'm not fussy, whatever I've got in my makeup box at the time, and I just draw a wing on my eyes with it. So I start by stamping out the actual shape of the wing. I do tend to get some fallout, but I just wipe it away with a fluffy brush in a minute. So there you go, you can see I've just stamped out the wing. And I'll just connect it up, and then I'm just gonna... So my eyes are watering already, which is just standard behaviour. So now I will just go in and pop some mascara on. Again, not fussy with mascara. This is the Primark Billionaire Lashes. This is £3 and it's a big thick tube like this, but it's got a really thin wand, which I much prefer a thinner wand on my mascara. so I don't look so bald now. I'm putting mascara on because my lashes are, I'd say they're pretty blonde. Well, no, they are blonde, and without mascara on it looks like I've got no eyelashes. So they're dead straight though as well, my lashes, and there's literally no curl to them at all. And it's a shame because they're quite long, but they're just dead straight. I'm sorry if the lighting's changed in this video. It's probably got a bit darker, but I've been trying to do some work stuff in between trying to do my makeup, so I've got delayed a little bit. Okay, so that's my top lashes. Then I'm just going to pop a little bit on my bottom lashes. Okay, so that is all I do to my eyes. Right, so the next thing that I tend to tackle is my eyebrows, but again, as you can tell, I really don't do much with those either. So I take another angled brush. This one's a little bit fluffier and a little bit thicker, and again I use a brown eyeshadow and I just flick it up through my brows. And that is pretty much me finished. So one of the final steps that I'll do is I'll just take a baby wipe and wipe my lips, just because I do tend to get the foundation on them. The very last thing that I do, well, that's a lie actually, the last but one thing that I do is pop on some highlighter. So just that same Primark one on a highlighting brush. This is from Morphe. If you're interested, it's the Morphe M501. It is a good highlighting brush, it's lasted me ages. And I take my highlighter above my cupid's bow. I love to highlight that area. The tip of my nose. My forehead here. My chin. And the tops of my cheeks. And then finally, the last thing that I do is just pop a bit more lip balm on. Day to day I don't tend to wear anything else on my lips. Just a lip balm to keep them hydrated. So that's me done. I'm going to get changed, put a brush through my hair, and then I'll be back to show you the finished look. Right, so I've just popped a t-shirt on and dragged a brush through my hair. Hopefully you can see the makeup a bit better up close now. Please ignore my awful skin. I'll just pop my glasses on as well because that's better. If you've made it this far and you enjoyed watching this video, then please let me know down below if you want to see more of these from me. As I said, I can do sort of a full glam going out makeup tutorial. Not that we're going anywhere, I know I keep saying this, but if it's something that you'd like to see, let me know. Some of you may or may not know that I did used to actually be a makeup artist a couple of years ago. I was just freelance, self-employed, worked for myself. I've got a bit of makeup knowledge, and when I apply myself and make an effort, it doesn't turn out too bad, so I could maybe do that if you wanted to see it. But yeah, anyway, enough rambling from me. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I really hope that I'll see you in my next one.